What is going down, everyone? It's time for Mojobreak.com, the hype episode 263, the Kaboom scandal, finding codes on boxes to lead you to certain case hits. We're going to talk about it, digest it. We're also going to talk overrated, underrated players in football. And of course, we got this week in the hobby. There was a downtown that sold for over 12 grand, which is insane. We're going to dissect that. And also, I'm pledging my allegiance to the Mustache Institute of America. So I've joined it. We talked about last week actually getting some Twitter replies about bearded sports players in the hobby. Bearded players don't sell. So my stock already went up. I'm already getting hit up from Pepsi, Coke to do some ads on Instagram because I no longer have a beard. So rise right up the ranks without the beard. My wife hates it, but you know what? It's better. What do you guys think?
I wish I could
About
grow
your
a beard.
mustache?
Yeah.
Man, I can't say it. Let's keep on going. It's a family show, right?
Yeah.
But C-Ride wasn't here last week. And
No, I
just to
wasn't.
give you a quick recap, and if you're watching the audio, I do no longer have a beard, so you can see it later on YouTube. But we came to the conclusion that players with beards versus players with non-beards don't sell.
We?
Yes.
We?
did. We collectively agreed.
Oh wait, no.
What about Harper?
No, I was the opposite.
He doesn't sell.
As was I.
Yeah.
I was
He sells,
vouching
but-
for the beard.
Okay,
for the
he doesn't sell
beards.
for as much
I
as
mean,
a Trout, but he still sells.
We actually were all pro beard, and then Doug just went off and shaved his beard because that was your argument. Is
Yeah.
that
Yeah, and now I'm validating my argument. And Rocky Top Chop on Twitter, shout out, valid argument about the stigma of beards and their impact on players' value in the hobby. If you really think about it, it's true. So I'm already building a following on this whole idea. Steph, no beard.
goatee?
Sometimes he has a beard.
Yeah, sometimes he has a beard.
Michael Jordan.
Clay
Never any
Thompson.
facial.
LeBron sometimes has a beard.
Clay Thompson has a
Now-
beard.
Yeah, but when he was
LeBron
he
has a
didn't-
beard. Like
he didn't at the beginning.
we went. Living through this all over again. We just did this.
It's a trending topic, and I think we have to talk about it.
I mean,
There's proof in it.
I would say football players, yes. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes,
Joe Montana.
Josh Allen. I'm talking about current players.
Well, you can keep going back. Terry Bradshaw, Joe Namath.
Terry Bradshaw had a goatee.
No.
Terry Bradshaw had a
Look
goatee.
at his cards.
I think Joe Namath had a goatee.
No.
At some point.
Russell Wilson has had a beard sometimes.
Like a goatee counts as a beard.
Namath rocked the handlebar mustache for
Yeah,
a while,
exactly.
if I'm not mistaken.
Like Doug?
Yeah.
Not quite. No, well, no.
Like
Doug would have
like
to
Ned
get
Flanders over here?
it. Doug would have to get it going down. Ned Flanders. Okay. I said Tom Selleck as he walked in. So
Tom Selleck, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how long the mustache is going to last, but I think I might not do the beard anymore. I'll be honest, It's a clean look, So my approval rating is way up. Way up on the approval rating.
For like in the world or just in podcast or like in the office? Like
I passed up a bunch of breakers. I was 10th on the list. Now I'm like 3rd.
Power rankings came out this week for breakers. And Doug is just like he's +8. He went from 8 to
I just leapfrogged.
he went to 10 to 2. There's only one breaker ahead of him right now.
Yeah, because I think Rich Layton had a beard, and I jumped over Layton.
You're
I
just
stepped on top of him.
I'm not mad at the breaker power rankings, weekly power rankings.
and we
but
are
not talking companies, but
we are
individual
in
people.
November, right? So Doug can also like spin this in like the Movember
Correct.
type of deal.
Correct.
Is that's part
Although
of it as well? No?
if that was going to work, it should have started on November 1st. You got to go through the entire month with it.
Without shaving, though. Right?
Without shaving, yeah.
without shaving the mustache.
You got to start with the mustache and then just leave it until.
I wish
the end
I
of
was in the
month.
loop of this because I've been talking about having a mustache for a while, and Doug just stole my thunder. But don't worry, I'll still do
You'll
it.
catch up. You can do it.
Oh, I'll catch up by tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I'll have a beard.
It just grows in like.
I'll have a beard next show, so he'll be back. But anyways, let's talk about this week in the hobby, guys, because there's been some stuff that's been going on. There's been some huge sales. The Luka logo man's back in, at auction. But I wanted to start with this. I can't believe this. There's a Cade downtown was confirmed sold by pulled at Legacy Sports Cards and sold for $12,900. In my opinion, that's $10,000 too much. But I mean, that gives you the appeal of 1-in-1. 1-in-1 is one of the very few products that is going up right now and not going down. Let's ask our basketball expert
Is
here,
it numbered?
C-Rad. No, it's not.
They're not numbered.
But think about it. How much is a case of 1-in-1?
It's 10,000.
Okay, so you buy a case and you made a little bit of money.
What do you think, C-Red? Is that justified?
I remember I was looking up these 1-on-1 cards the other night. And I mean, I admit I was pretty shocked, just like you guys, when I saw the price of it, because other similar rookie downtowns weren't even close. But like Dan was saying, like, you know, these products, 1-on-1 is a very expensive product. So at the same time, I mean, yeah, look at those prices. This
that's a Cade there, so we already seen it trend down 7,000 on eBay.
Wait, that one was 7?
Yeah.
Okay, so that to me feels a little closer to what I would expect something like that to sell.
I'm trying to see.
The 12 seems like it was just a bidding war.
It's actually 13. Let's be honest.
13.
12.9. So
yeah.
it's
The 13 case does seem fairly high for me, being a downtown.
Well, a Zion recently, October 31st, Halloween. It was your birthday. Happy birthday. $8,500 for a Zion PSA 10 downtown.
And that's his rookie one too.
Not raw.
Here's a raw that sold for 5,000.
I guess it wouldn't be considered
Zion.
raw because it's like uncirculated.
RJ Barrett 1,600. 270 on Kendrick Nunn. I mean, no surprise there. Another Zion for 64. I'm trying to find maybe another big rookie here, but yeah, I mean, it just kind of shows you. I mean, obviously 1-on-1's a great product, but like maybe not to be the first buyer on a card like that. You're paying a little bit of a premium.
Yeah, that's kind of like the something we've said for years, right? If you're the first one that wants it, you're gonna be paying a premium.
But you gotta. Was that sold on eBay?
Yes.
The 12,000? I don't know.
It was. It had like 65 bids.
Well,
Jeez.
Did it get paid?
We don't know that.
That's the thing. Like we love using these comps, right? We love using these comps, but we don't have any proof that the item's been paid for, so it really doesn't even matter.
Cody, what did you think? What was your idea when you're like, oh, okay, if I hit a Cade downtown, what do you think in your mind it would go for?
Kind of like what you were saying. I thought it would like probably tops. I mean, it's a rookie Cade, and the basketball season's just started, so things are a little hotter. But I thought like tops maybe 5-6.
Yeah,
that's what it would go for.
I'm at like $5,000.
Yeah.
How many do you think of each player is made? I mean, if you had to guesstimate.
I'm gonna say 20 to 25 copies.
Are you getting one downtown?
It's gotta be at least 100.
Are you getting one downtown per case?
No. I actually only have pulled 2 downtowns in all the ones I did last week.
Crazy, because I think we pulled.
You pulled one.
I pulled one, but I think in the 4 cases that we did.
Oh no, and I pulled Steph.
Yeah, we pulled 2 in the 4 cases.
And you pulled a Suggs, right?
Yeah, or
I pulled a Scotty
Suggs or
Barnes
Green?
and a Luka Doncic. Oh wait, no, there was one more. There was one more guy I
Jalen
pulled.
Green, I think.
So how many rookies do they have? 10, maybe?
On the downtown checklist? Yeah, it's just the top ones. Just the top rookies.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I would say somewhere between 25 and 100 copies. So, I know it's a wide range.
That's a good guess. That's a good guess.
You know, so they're falling maybe one every 1.5 cases. We can kind of say every 15 boxes.
I think that with that statement, you're right on.
I think between 25 and 10,000.
I think it truly is between 25 and 100. I think you can safely say that.
Yeah, you can safely put your money on that. I mean, there could be more. That's the thing. It's not numbered. Would numbering this thing be worse?
Yeah, because you're gonna get into the whole thing of like, then they'll get comfortable with like paralleling them. You know what I mean? I don't like that.
Which they parallel that for football now, right?
I believe so.
And they don't
Contenders Optic.
And they don't parallel this.
They don't parallel this, and this is the only basketball product that you can get a downtown. Football, you get it in 2 different products, and there's parallel versions.
Optic.
You get it in Optic, and you can get it in Donruss.
You can't get it in Contenders Optic.
You cannot get it in Contenders Optic. So
but then there's gold vinyl versions of the ones that are in. There's gold vinyl downtowns too. I've seen them.
Yep.
Well,
those are in Optic.
I think there's like also Emerald. I think there's like number 5 as well.
Yeah. So
Yep,
only
those
the
are in
base
Optic.
version are in Donruss, and then the paralleled versions are in. So
Yep.
then you just muddy them up, and then I'm sure they're in retail.
Yep.
Too, right?
So that's why these ones particularly, especially as a premium product, they should command a premium compared to like football downtowns.
I know we do this every year. What was the first product the downtowns were in? Was that
Studio.
15, 16?
16, 17.
Wow, that's crazy.
And that product was
Awesome.
absolutely trash.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you think
Awesome.
Do you think Ben Simmons created downtowns?
Created downtowns. What
Like
do you mean?
him personally?
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like
He was not playing
in the
a lot of
Panini
basketball.
What do you
boardroom.
mean,
he's
like
Because I feel like that year because
he had no autographs.
he had
in, okay.
no autographs and they had to create some value amongst his cards, so they created inserts based around him. When was the Kaboom created?
13-14.
That's right. Yes, that's right.
I don't think they did. I think if you remember in 15-16, his rookie cards were going for a lot. There was no reason to like create more subsets.
Yeah.
To add value to the products. I think it was just a happy coincidence.
Yeah. The only redeeming quality of that set. Actually, I have a story. A customer of ours, his local card shop had one box of 16-17 Studios sitting there for the last 5 years. So he decided to take a chance on it and bought it. Got a downtown, remember this is first year downtowns, Kobe Bryant. He got it graded. It came back a PSA 10.
Jeez.
Downtown Kobe from the first studio
I haven't
set.
even looked up those. That's got to be those guys command a premium.
Yep, first year.
We go back to the well. Do we look for
Please
15-16 Studio?
No. That product, other than the downtowns, that product is so
Awesome.
You remember they were like the horizontal base cards, so you would have to open them up and like instead of just scrolling through them like a normal release, you would have to flip them around on their side and then like go through like them like sideways like this because
That's
the
right.
base cards were sideways.
Yeah.
That was not a fun product to rip, man.
Golden era of breaking. Golden era of
I
breaking.
know we had to have a lot of that.
We did.
It was a smaller box, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Luca Logo Man is back up for auction.
Already?
The Luca Logo Man up via PWCC. There is 9 days left, I believe, right, Cody?
Yes, 9 days left.
9 days left, and we're sitting at 2.3 million. Remember, this thing sold privately with pictures of the check and the handshake for 4.6 million. So now it's back up for auction through PWCC. Is this the modern grail of basketball cards?
Whoa.
For new generation, yes.
Is there a card better than this one?
What about the triple logo?
If
man?
we're not talking about the Steph Curry generation, then no.
No, what about
If
the
we're including Steph?
LeBron triple logo man?
No.
We moved on?
It didn't sell for
The
even
best
close to
modern
this.
card.
Yeah, but like we were talking about how that was
If you wanted to signify an era from
I'll say the best
2000
modern rookie card.
2010.
okay, I'll agree on that. Best modern rookie card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the chase that led to that triple logo man was unlike anything we've
Yeah,
seen.
the LeBron triple is probably one of the best modern.
Regardless of that, I think about like if that triple logo man sold at the time that this Luka originally sold. How much would have that triple logo man gone for?
Well, I don't know, Dan, because LeBron has a beard, so clearly would have probably not went as much.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I think
Luka has a beard in this card. He's
does.
got some fuzz on that
Oh,
face.
fuzz. Okay, he
That's a
hasn't
beard.
shaved in a couple days.
That is a
Playing
beard.
basketball. Well,
It's
actually, it's probably a rookie photo shoot,
a-
but
Beard.
it is kind of a beard. I do probably. I mean, not to trash on this card because it is a huge card. Probably the worst logo man design. The sideways cards just don't do it for me, man. I mean, it's just you can't even stand it up. Now you gotta read the BGS 9 on the side. Like I gotta tilt my head.
Then,
you know what I mean?
then you're out of the bidding. It's not for you.
Well, I was going to bid, but yeah,
you don't have to bid. That's a good thing.
I mean, I think most people would agree with you. The vertical design would have been a lot better.
But they do have to change it up, right?
Yeah.
Every now and then, because
Yeah.
that's actually the same year that they did the Kyler, the same way. That same year, Debo Samuel, Kyler,
Horizontal.
Daniel Dimes.
Yep.
But what do you guys?
But then the regular RPS from basketball were vertical, so that doesn't make any
I
sense
know it
either.
doesn't make any sense. Why they do the logo mans that way? Yeah, that's true because the Luca logo man was
It's
vertical.
a vertical card,
Yeah, or the Luca.
and it was a
RPA,
great
yeah.
design too. By the
That
way.
was a great design. Yeah. So why did they decide? Hey, we're going to change the logo man to that.
They just wanted to be funny, I guess.
Do some fun, weird, and wacky things sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you guys think this exceeds the 4.6 million?
No, I think this would be lucky if it hits 3.
That sounds like somebody's taking it in the shorts.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way it gets to 4.6.
I don't think so either. But yeah, somebody they're gonna lose, right?
Yeah. I think in this current market, which I'm still very, very, very high on Luka, I think in this market it maybe breaks 3.
Is it a deal at 3?
Is it Shine's card?
Is it a good deal at 3?
No. Somebody.
Yeah.
No. Who bought this card?
Somebody bought it from Shine, though, I think.
You guys
I
are crazy.
think so.
You're
I don't know.
crazy, man.
And I want to clarify, if I remember correctly, when this was bought, it was raw, right? It was not graded, or was it graded? I can't recall.
When it was sold?
When it was sold that first time for the 4.6 million private sale.
I don't think that would have mattered anyways, though, right?
I think it was raw.
Well, nonetheless, because it goes BGS 9, not a 9.5 or a 10. So I don't know if that plays into it. I don't know if it's like maybe they were better off not grading the card.
I think we live in a different time than
No,
we
Shine did
than we
yes, of course.
than we did 2 years ago or a year and a half ago.
Yes.
Whenever it sold, probably says right up there on the.
Shine did sell it. Shine was the guy that got the 4.6 million, probably to make up for his Pokemon losses with Mr. Instagram. 4.6 million. Well, there was a $4 million check, and then there was $600,000 in some other trade to collector Nick Fiorella, which I'm probably butchering there, but he's the one that's got it up on PWCC.
Not caught holding the bag. Good for Shine.
Shine sold it at the right time.
Great time.
Smart guy.
Just like when Vegas Dave sold that trout.
Right time.
Yeah, but what about all the Derek cars?
Yeah, I was going to say, you want to talk about a guy caught holding all of the bags. It's him.
No, not all. Just the Derek Carr ones, dude. Come on.
I think he has as many.
He
has as many cars as we have.
He made $4 million off of the trout deal, dude.
Can I declare
and
something?
he spent all of it on Derek Carr.
Can I declare something real quick? Now that we brought him up into the show, we haven't talked about it in a long time.
We don't talk about him enough.
Derek Carr or Vegas Dave?
No, Derek Carr gets brought up every week. Vegas Dave. There is no reason to talk about this man anymore. One, the Derek Carr collision, and two, the whole I got the biggest sports bet of all time. Done. Mattress Mac stomped on you. It's over. We don't need to talk about him. You lost. I mean, you won because you're a lot richer than I am, but you lose. Mattress Mac is the new king of sports betting.
I miss Vegas Dave.
Mattress.
I predict.
Mattress Mac.
How do I do it?
Who?
Mattress Mac, the guy who owns like a huge mattress chain store.
What was his biggest bet that he won?
$75 million.
Every year, yeah, basically since the Astros have been going to the World Series, other than the year that they won, he's been putting a massive bet on them.
Like a futures bet.
Yeah, a massive futures bet for them to win the World Series, and his payout was $75 million because they won.
But he parlays it into selling mattresses. Right. So if you buy a mattress for over $3,000, you'll get double your money if the Astros win the World Series.
And you get to keep the mattress.
And you get to keep the mattress.
Yeah.
So that's why people want to buy from him, because they're like, oh, just in case it happens.
I mean, I don't know if there's some kind of I don't think you can offer that.
Like that. So anybody who buys a Prizm World Cup box for $400,
if USA wins,
if USA wins, we will give you $800 back, and you get to keep your box.
People are going to take you up on that one.
And then, well, I mean, we would get.
Wait.
We'd get how much money?
10,000 to 1. I'm probably betting like 100. So how much would I win?
How many boxes can we sell? We have many boxes? We have 10, 10 boxes.
I love Derek Carr as a person, but is there anybody? I know we have a football segment coming up. I just want to get this off my chest right now.
So like,
is there anybody that gets
Dave
more passes as he's going to do it next year than Derek Carr? Like, he's gotten more chances than any other player.
Well,
in the
he's
league.
our longest tenured quarterback that we've ever had.
Ever?
That's crazy.
Ever?
Not
You're
ever,
right.
But it's close.
It's getting up there now, though. Yeah.
14 was there for a while, right?
Not 8 years.
Dude, Derek Carr is
not
like
that long.
Usually I was gonna cuss. We freaking switch quarterbacks like
Every year.
nobody's business.
Now, I feel bad for trashing on Jimmy Garoppolo, and we got Derek Carr over
So
there.
we're at the point now, if he's been there that long, that he's probably starting to hold some of the all-time passing records for the Raiders.
Yep.
So he's kind of the GOAT.
That's why you guys never hear me say anything bad about him.
I mean, he's the greatest Raider ever to do it in that position.
No, yes, E-Red, you're right. He is now, by years played, the longest tenured quarterback, and he is 2 games shy of Kenny Stabler for most games played.
Oh, it's not even close on
QB.
yards. He's got 33,000.
Yeah,
Ken Stabler has 19,000.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT Raider quarterback. And
he has 204 touchdowns. Stabler has 150.
Do you have it up there, Doug? I want to ask this question, but do you have it up there? Games played at Raiders QB?
I can't see I can't see.
Yeah,
the
135.
Okay, then never. I was going to say number 3 on that list.
LaMonica?
Yeah, Daryl LaMonica. Rich Gannon, number 4.
Not well, as far as games played, you got LaMonica fourth, Rich Gannon third.
Is there wins on?
Oh wait,
there?
no. Yeah, you're right. I don't know why I didn't
do
sort.
they have wins?
They do.
Stabler's got
So
to be
to answer your question,
He's
Doug,
59 and 76.
Doug, you said like
That ain't
does
that
anybody
bad.
get more of a pass than Derek Carr? It's like it's because he puts up the numbers. It's just like you're not winning. Like you're not winning a Super Bowl obviously with him. You know, he's just a really good quarterback. Been a really stable, consistent quarterback for us for the last decade. So,
But
I'm sorry, Jimmy Garoppolo.
But answer this question: if Derek Carr goes to a team like that is got it dialed in, good offense, good defense,
and the NFL doesn't hate.
I think
I don't. I'll give you that. You guys do get hated on.
I don't think Derek Carr is the problem with the Raiders.
No. I've never said anything bad about
every
Derek Carr.
Every year, it's never like Derek Carr is holding this team back. It's like Derek Carr probably could have played better at times, but there's a checklist of reasons why the Raiders get held back.
Well, we'll
Exactly.
get into it in the NFL segment, but yeah, that was a game they should have
We're not
won.
talking. We're not talking about the NFL today. This is it.
Yeah.
This is all. This is
it.
the only
This is
segment.
it,
We're only
dude.
talking about Derek Carr, and we're moving
Yeah,
on.
Well,
this is it, man.
all right,
Because
then.
Talk about lacrosse.
Guess
Or
it's going to be a
talk
me
about-
and Doug segment.
talk about-
Yep,
Actually,
yep.
I'm here to talk about pickleball.
Well, they are running out of time for their sake, but Pujols' 700th home run. We'll touch on this. $360,000, and he's not even. He didn't even barely. I mean, when did Barry Bonds do it? Like 20 years ago.
Just about.
So 804,000 for Bonds, 360. Obviously, they don't love you like they love Bonds.
That's crazy to me that the Bonds number is so much higher than Pujols. I don't know if it's maybe just the time. Again, timing. 2 years ago, does this go for a lot more? Probably. I don't know.
But I think whoever bought that Bonds. Well, when was the Bonds ball sold?
It was sold.
It wasn't that long ago, right?
It was sold a little while ago. Now it was sold maybe about just after he hit it. I want to say maybe a year
I
after
just
he hit
think
it.
we're at the point now where people are speculating. When Bonds did it, Bonds obviously the undisputed home run king. So we know that. Nobody's hit more home runs than Barry Bonds. But you look at baseball and the way it's going, how many players are going to hit 700 home runs? Is it really going to – how exclusive is that list going to be?
I would argue I don't think there's going to be that. I mean, it took 20 years for another guy to do it. I know there was a much longer
Vlad
gap.
Guerrero Jr. Do you think he can hit 700
I mean, he's
home
got a
runs?
chance, but I don't think he's
Juan Soto.
No. Maybe,
he can hit it.
Miguel Cabrera is the closest, and obviously he's going to
He won't do
retire.
it, yeah.
507 on active list.
I think
Nelson Cruz,
he might be able to hit
459.
93 home runs next year.
Yeah.
That gets him to what? Anyway,
Stanton at 378.
Stanton might be the one, but Stanton's the only one I could think.
Trout's at 350.
Trout, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's as easy. Like I
think
think
it's
this is actually pretty rare.
I think it's pretty easy, Cody.
So are we?
So easy.
Is that 700? Is that a steal then? 360,000. It looks like a good deal, right?
Yeah, I mean, compared to Bonds, clearly. But again, the difference being Bonds, all-time record holder, and he was on, you knew, like, this is not the last one. Whereas Pujols, like, this is it. This is the ball you want. And he's not going to get, it's not going to be any more home runs than that. Also, the fact that Hank Aaron and Babe Ruth's 700 home run ball is nowhere to be found is a little strange.
I hope when I pass, they can identify my balls, by the way.
Thank you.
So.
This is a kid.
Where
This is
did
a
that
family
come
show.
from?
It's a-
Family
Well,
show.
because it says Aaron and Ruth balls never identified.
It's a family program.
It's like you telling me not to name that the break, you know, the Chronicles and whatever.
Oh yeah, I was. We had like 60. What was it? Fanatic. No, it was
Hidden Treasures.
Hidden
Diamond
Treasures.
Stars.
We had 60 autographed baseballs.
Hidden balls.
And I was saying, like, just do a Chrome and Balls break. And then I was like, but don't title it that. Because that doesn't, it's not going to sell product. And maybe it might. I don't know. I don't know.
Might get a different clientele than you're expecting for that one.
Yes.
You
Yes.
could
Well, if you guys are curious, you can go look at the website and see what I ultimately named it.
Ooh, I like that teaser.
hopefully you put balls in the title.
All right, let's get into what you came here for. A week late, but the Kaboom controversy, as you've seen other outlets talking about. And we confirmed it ourselves that on a Crown Royale box, the code NC05960 was confirmed to have a Kaboom. Now, we opened up a $7,000 case, and we got a James Boonite. not going to pay for our case. But
Or the box.
So, yeah, I mean, take it for what it's worth. I mean, to navigate through it, I would obviously buy this from trusted sources. If you're a seller, I don't know what you do. If you're going to shows, maybe you don't sell Crown Royale that way. Before I give you my opinion on this, I wanted to do a roundtable discussion. How do sellers prevent themselves for like running into this issue now going forward?
That's tough.
How do
you have Crown Royale on your shelf as a card shop and people say, can I see all your boxes? Do you just tell them no? Like, how do you even sell single boxes of this particular?
I think it also goes with, I know there's years where like there's been Chrome and Bowman and stuff like that where 95% of the time the autograph's in the same exact spot. So how do you navigate that?
That you can shuffle the packs.
I'm like, the way shops have navigated that process is opening up the box and then shuffling up the packs and putting it back in there. So the people who do come in, they think they're getting it, but it's already been shuffled. That I think you can't let people choose, right?
But then they're going to ask you, is that box still left? Then what do you say?
You can be transparent. It either is or it isn't, right? Like you got to be transparent. Like if that box is gone, then it's gone, right? I wouldn't lie about it. I would just be like, but there's also, again, that is just one subset. I wouldn't even call it a hit because it's not an autograph or a relic.
Sure.
That you can get out of the case, but there's still like prime silhouettes that I feel that like the Kabooms kind of took over. This product used to be all about prime silhouettes. Prime silhouettes at one point were like climbing up close to what like an NTRPA would be.
The ironic part, sorry to interrupt, but the ironic part is as you guys were opening that case, and I was recording it, and we might cut in some clips here to show you what was going on. But yeah, you hit that Kaboom, and it was like, eh. And meanwhile, it's like there's a Luka auto, there's Zion, there's all these like huge hits, but yeah, it's we're all fixated on the Kaboom, which I get, it's the case hit and all that.
Yeah,
but it was ironic,
Cool, like yeah, that same case we opened had a Luka silhouette, not prime, just a silhouette auto relic. Would you rather have that Luka auto or the Boo Knight Kaboom?
Right. It just kind of goes to show, like...
Would you rather have the Jokic auto or the Boo Knight? Would you rather have the Zion auto or the Boo Knight?
Right. Look, this isn't, obviously, the serial number thing, this isn't good. It's not a good look, and the fact that people can just kind of figure out exactly what they're going to get from it presents some issues, but we also got to take a step back and say, hey, this doesn't guarantee you're going to get the best thing out of this case, which we learned by opening a case of it.
I mean, the other thing is my issue with it, and then I'll pass it over to C-Rad. The shops or dealers or anybody who has product that's capitalizing on this by selling it on eBay, I think we've already seen it.
Yep.
Where people are listing these boxes, guaranteed Kaboom, showing the number on the box.
That's bad.
Like that's weak. That's not transparent. I would never support people who are doing that. If that's a shop or if that's any type of reseller, that's just not the transparency that we need in this hobby. So that is something that I saw right out of the gate. I mean, it was like probably a day or two after the story broke. It was already up on eBay.
I mean, it gives some weight to people actually breaking cases, though. I mean, you see people that, and sometimes you can't always do case breaks because you have to buy the product loose. But, usually on release day, we're doing case breaks or we're opening the case and doing random through the boxes. So it adds some more question marks to maybe some people that aren't doing it that way and saying that Kabooms are still in play. Did they know? I'll be completely transparent because we have nothing to gain or lose in this. We had no idea. So for the narratives that are out there that people already knew about this stuff, we had no idea. No clue. And I'll also, after C-Rad gives you his opinion, I'll actually present like what I think is actually how this went down. I don't think it was anything malicious. It was just an error at the manufacturer. But what do you think?
I mean, to answer your question, that is hard for a seller now to sell this product loose, right? Because like with the scenarios that you guys were just going through, it's like not letting the customer choose, but at the same time, it's like, okay, so which box are you going to give me then? You know what I
My
mean?
thought
Like,
would be to open because I think if you open them up, they're all like this, right?
Yeah.
And maybe have them just pick one,
yeah.
right?
Do you think anybody's not? They're not.
But
gonna
then once some are gone, though, then you're gonna have that.
are they
question.
gonna be able to like contain themselves and not like pull them out and look at them?
I mean that's the fairest way of like doing like a random. But once it's pulled, are you gonna? I know you guys say, and I agree with you that.
I mean, what if
that
you?
the biggest hit wasn't that? But if you tell a customer,
What if you
I'm
did-
interested in buying Crown Royale, was the Kaboom pulled, and you'd be like, yes.
What
You'd
if
be
you
like,
did? What if you did this and you actually, let's say, because not everybody can open up the case and then store the case somewhere and then pull it out, right? So, but what if you go and get like 6 boxes and you actually do stack them up? You're like, okay, you could pick one of these boxes, but you basically stack it to where you can't see
Right, that's-
the
yeah,
stickers.
that's
So
what I
it's
was
kind of the
thinking,
same
yeah.
thing that you're talking about, and not allow people to be like. Now, granted, you're going to have to be transparent. Like, if somebody says, what is that? Because, I mean, shops would probably look and see if that box is in there, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's
You're
kind
going to
of.
tell the customer if it
I think you have to be.
I
I think you have to be transparent and say that numbered box is not in this stack or it is in this stack.
Yeah, I think, and also I want to add that, luckily this is not like a issue that runs across multiple products on the Panini line, right?
Well,
this
yeah,
is
we did some
this is
research with one, and it wasn't the same.
this is a very isolated situation. I'm not saying it hasn't happened before, because I've told people before on our chat rooms this past week and everybody else that I've talked to about this, like I've seen this in other products years ago, but it's not like it wasn't like every product. Say like 40 products came out that year for basketball. I seen it one product back in the days 2014, which was Court Kings basketball, where a guy knew where the biggest rookie auto was by looking at the stickers. So this has been if whatever is going on with the manufacturing issues where they're putting the stickers with the case hit or whatever it is, like that they're messing up on that part, but it's not something that happens with every single product.
Well, and this is after, we did do a tour of the printing facility and 16 or 17. But anyways, they have different conveyor belts, right? So they have a conveyor belt that's going to have case hits, and they have a conveyor belt that has maybe the best hit of the case, or Luka or Cade for that matter. And then they have another conveyor belt and I'm not saying this is fact. This is what I've understood. So the Kabooms would come on one conveyor belt all by themselves. So let's just say there was 7,000 Kabooms. I'm just throwing that number out there as well. They would all come out of one area. So what the people that are packing it are supposed to do, and this isn't Panini, this is the packing facility. Is they're supposed to take 16 boxes, put them in a case, and then sticker each box from that case. So almost your case would be in sequential order. But what happened here, in my opinion, was they had one guy doing all the Kaboom boxes. So if you look at these stickers, it's a 9-digit number. So it's NC05960. There's still 4 more digits. So that is, a potential of 9,000 more numbers. So they basically stickered all the Kaboom boxes, probably for speed, because it would make more sense for one guy to. And these are coming off of rolls, and they probably use the same sticker for select and all the. It's the NBA or whoever prints these up, because it's a license, gets sent, and they just have to put them on the box in sequential order. It also probably keeps them track of how many are sold, because it's probably a number that does that. But that person that was doing the Kaboom boxes did them all 7,000, so that's why the number NC05960, it starts the same. That's why that's all the same. Rather than putting the 16 box, and I hope this makes sense, rather than putting the 16 boxes in a case, then stickering them, because then the numbers would have been, there would never be a Kaboom that would match at that point.
Yeah.
So that is my opinion on what happened. I don't think it was anything malicious.
Yeah.
I think it was, and you know what? After the pandy, I got to make sure I say it that way. They couldn't work as many hours. They were also, I've heard Topps is now printing out of that facility. So these guys are probably overworked at these packing facilities. Honestly, probably not making great wages, and they probably are told to get things done fast. So it's not fast to do 16 boxes at a time, as fast as it is to do 7,000 boxes at a time.
Yep.
So I think that's what happened here. Honestly, I think it's isolated. If it happens again, it's going to be a different number, and somebody's going to have to still discover that number by doing data and stuff like that.
Yeah, the thing I was gonna say, luckily this was I don't know if luckily, but this is happening with a product that came out a while ago. This is luckily like not a lot of distributors, shops, breakers. We don't have this product.
Yeah, this came out
anymore.
6 months ago.
So it's not like there's a lot to go around where people are just gonna be like, trying to like just go for the Kaboom boxes. Also, the reason I brought up that the example before from years ago is that don't expect to go into every single product that comes out and be like, I'm gonna figure out which box has the best autos or the case hit by looking at the numbers, because that's just not gonna be the case.
Effort.
Yeah, it's not gonna work out well for you.
Yeah, because Firehand was starting to do it with 1-1, and he was starting to sense a pattern on 1-1. So we're like, oh my God, it's gonna happen again. But his numbers were different on Timeless than our numbers. They weren't even close. So makes me think that 1-1 was done the correct way. And I don't think 1-1 has case hits, so they may not be coming off different conveyor belts anyway. So the concern is the products that have case hits like this, and there's a lot of them, that maybe the person that's doing this is going to take the easy route and sticker them all at the same time. Don't know, but I think Panini's caught wind of this.
Yeah,
they're probably also making sure it's not going to happen.
That's what I was going to say too. You would hope that because Topps and Panini obviously they see what's going on in the hobby, they can make the effort to contact the printing facility and be like, hey, you guys need to switch up, make sure like you're not putting the same sticker on all of the case hit boxes.
And if anybody has an opinion on that, let us know. I know it's going to seem like it's coming from a biased standpoint because we sell the product.
It's not biased because I was just telling you guys right now. I was breaking since 2014. I seen this happen with Court Kings basketball in 14-15, and because we didn't live in a boom area or boom time of the hobby, like nobody, and so people weren't really using social media like that. Like it really wasn't like nobody gave it a second thought. There was guys that knew that which numbers had the best rookie autos, and then it was that product, boom, and then I never thought about it again. It was literally that only product.
Also, it was 14-15, and it was Court Kings.
Court Kings, yeah,
it was Court Kings.
Yeah.
So I don't think anybody would do the research on what was Court Kings was like a
But Court Kings was a fun product.
It was a fun product,
but it was probably like a Kobe auto then, right?
But
it was the biggest rookie auto. This guy would come into my room. He would be like, what are the numbers?
It was like a $60 product.
Yeah, it was like $60.
It was like $60.
So he would come into my room. He would ask me, hey, can I, like, I would sell personal boxes like everybody else, and he would like, can I see the numbers on the box? And I, me being new, I was new that time. I didn't know anything. I was brand new in the hobby, just started breaking. So I was like, sure, man. I let him look at the boxes. And then after a while, like, wow, this guy's really like picking out the boxes that have the main rookie autos every time. Sometimes he would be off. Like, it wouldn't be in there, but I would say like 75% of the time it was there.
That's why I think we've always adopted, and even before we even knew about this, it actually was adopted because we didn't want people to pick, or they wouldn't be in the room after they made the purchase, so you'd be sitting there asking, and then people would wait. We adopted always doing a random. So if you had 6 boxes on the table, you random it using random.org. And it wasn't because of that, but now looking back on it, I think that makes the most sense if you're thinking about selling something like this or something that has a guaranteed case hit. We did it because somebody would buy and then they would watch the video later, and so you'd be like, hey, John, pick your box. John, not there. Okay, we're going to do the randomizer. So we were just like, you know what? We're just going to do the randomizer going forward. But
before we move on, something that's just kind of in my head, because there's a lot of folks, a lot of chatter about online of like, oh, wow, Panini really messed up. They knew what they were doing with this and all that. Like, obviously, the narrative that Panini is pulling the strings and knew exactly what was going on with this. And I guess I have just been trying to figure out if that is indeed the case, that Panini knew what they were doing here, which I think we're all kind of in agreement. I don't think that's what happened. I think your theory, Doug, is actually sounds like the most correct one. But let's just for a second say that, okay, Panini did it. What is the incentive from Panini's perspective, honestly? Because, one, you can say, well, they're going to sell more cases. No. Well, the cases are already out there. The product's already out there.
Cases are sold.
Right.
Sold.
And then you're going to sell one single box, and the rest of the boxes are just going to sit. So that's why I'm like, look, is it a mistake? Is it bad? Of course it is. But the idea that they're doing this because this is what they want is insane to me, because it means less product gets sold in the long
one
run.
Fear would be, I guess, if that was done malicious by somebody at the packing plant, the word did get out to a few people, and then those people were buying cases, finding the one box, opening it, and selling the other 15.
Yeah,
but like, we hit a James Boone night, like I said. That probably didn't even pay for our box.
Yeah, and if someone out there does have a theory of like, well, this is what the advantage is, please let me know, because I have been really trying to figure it out, and it just would be, to me, it's bad business if they were going to do this. It just makes everyone look bad, and again, you're going to sell less product the sooner people figure that out.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't. There's definitely no incentive. I mean, but it's on the heels of the juice case theory. The juice case of
that's what it is. That's really what it is.
It was like a snowball, and now we have like, look, there is a way for a breaker to know where cards are. So if you're a casual hobbyist, if you're just paying attention to the chatter, it's not a good look for the hobby because you've just seen the headlines.
Also, let me break this down. This is so. If you ever file a claim with Panini having a missing hit, damaged product, whatever, what do they ask for?
They ask for a pack or a box code, right?
They ask for the UPC. It's on the back right here. And they ask for a pack, right, and an invoice from who you purchased it from. If they were tracking it and they knew exactly based on the serial number, wouldn't they have a database and they want that code right there because they would know exactly what you would be missing? Because they're not going to be able to track it with that UPC code on the back because that is the same for every single box.
So that's a good point. Yeah, that's a very.
It's the only points I make, Doug, are the good ones.
But yeah, you imagine the massive amount.
But that's the thing, because everybody's like, they're tracking everything by these numbers. They know exactly what's in here based on those numbers. Well, they don't.
I mean, that's
and if they did, in order to rectify a situation like a missing hit, they again would ask for that if they knew exactly, like, oh, that one ending in 9130. That we have data that you are indeed missing that hit, and it was a Nikola Jokic auto.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching The Hype. Before we get back to the action, we want to let you know about the brand new eBay Vault. Now, why vault your cards with the original marketplace? Well, that's because the eBay Vault isn't just a way to protect what you collect, it's a new way to trade. Not only have your cards never been safer thanks to their secure climate-controlled facility, but you're also locking in real savings. You pay no sales tax when you ship to or transact within the vault, and there are no storage fees for 2 years. Just imagine what you can do with all that money that you're saving. And with the eBay Vault's seamless in-app experience, you can track, buy, and sell your cards in real time. From listing your cards in seconds with eBay Collection to tracking trends with the eBay Price Guide, managing your collection is more seamless than ever before. The eBay Vault. Buy, sell, secure.
Guys, it's World Cup Soccer time. It's happening. It's going down. And we got a brand new Panini Prizm World Cup Soccer. All 32 teams are represented this time around, unlike the NT, which has some teams called the Road to World Cup. So this has got the national landmarks, which are similar to the downtowns, the mangas, the color wheels. You're looking at one autograph a box. We're going to do a box break. Also, we got a crazy deal at Mojobreakshop.com. Insane deal. Right now, boxes on Mojobreakshop.com. World Cup Hobby are $4.29. We're doing a flash sale code. Only 10 of them work. And the code is Big Soccer. They'll get $100 off one of these boxes. So you'll get the box for $3.29, but there's only 10 available, and it's limit 1 per customer. And if you're watching the video, the audio people probably already got it, because I got a comment on the last time. I'm the first to watch this. How come I didn't get it? Well, the audio people are getting it first. Anyways, let's get into the box break. We're going to give these cards away as well, and we're going to give away a few of the cards. I don't know which ones yet. We'll see which ones we pull out of here. But I want to know who's winning the World Cup. Comment below. You're going to win some of these cards. Start with Dan. Who's going to win the World Cup?
USA.
C-Rad.
Portugal.
USA.
I'm going France. How about you?
USA.
Just because it's the safe bet, Brazil.
I like the 10,000 to 1. Give me that.
Is it 10,000 to 1?
10,000 to 1. The USA is gonna win. But you know what? I can't bet on it in California.
That's true.
I wish I could. Portugal, is Portugal 10,000 to 1?
Probably not.
Probably better odds than that.
Yeah, I think France, England, and Brazil are the favorites.
Maybe England.
I think Germany might be up there too.
Maybe England.
Throw me that box cutter.
Do it for the Queen.
Let's cut into this box. Actually, a lot of English players represented on this checklist. Lots of autographs.
10,000 to 1 that's not great odds.
No, but I mean the favorite is like
saying I have a chance.
You're saying so you're telling me there's a chance.
But the favorite is like 1,000, 2,000-1. Like those, it's so all the odds are stacked against everybody.
Road to Qatar, and actually this one's just FIFA World Cup Qatar.
Can we break it down? Is it Qatar? Is it Qatar?
No, you play a Qatar.
I believe both are acceptable.
You play soccer in Qatar.
Okay, well,
All right, so I'm gonna get
Has to
started
be
here.
a correct one, no?
Tomato.
Oh, well,
We're
I
gonna
don't. Who says tomato?
We're gonna give away the auto, guys.
No.
Great looking cards.
I like salad with my tomatoes.
Ryan Emami, rookie. Gareth Bale, legend. Oh, we got a redemption. Are we sure we want to give this away, guys?
Let me make the executive decision here.
All right, I'm gonna move it to the back.
I'm gonna be the bad guy, Doug.
So we got it. Andre, Frank, Zombo, and Guisa. That is the longest name in history. There's 4 names on there. Very different than McLovin. And that's numbered to 199.
Just one name.
And you got an Ecuador team, silver. That's kind of cool. Paul Pogba, Renato Sanchez, Kim, and let's see what the redemption is. I'm going to slow roll it here.
We know
Big name,
Pulisic
big name.
is a redemption in here.
Signatures, card 70. Christian Pulisic.
USA.
That is a big one,
USA.
guys.
USA.
I think that basically just makes it so the USA is gonna win the World
Yes.
Cup. I mean, now
You want to bet?
well, I would love to.
Whoa,
I
you
would
gonna
love
give me
to.
10,001 odds
Well, I would
here?
love to, but I'm gonna have to, go out of state to do that, Doug.
And I want 10,001 odds as well, Doug.
Are you the bank?
I am.
Are you?
Well,
Or,
you guys are
you
talking to me like it's like I'm Jeopardy host or
Are you the
something.
bookie?
Mohamed Kano. Great looking Prizm design here. Got a lot of rookies, a lot of cards that the guys have not had yet. We've got Jesper Lindstrom. Got a Sung Gyu Kim.
I think that's the big guy on
Close.
Korea,
Right
right?
team, wrong player. Korea Republic there. Canada. So we're getting those.
What's the name of the big name on Korea?
Sung Ho Kim, I believe. Denzel Dumfries. I'm probably getting blasted in the comments right now. Alexis Vega from Mexico.
Well, I don't think you are because we're not live.
Well, let's have that one.
We don't do it live anymore.
Mark
Well, I'll tell you
Boyle.
what, Doug, I doubt very many Koreans
There's
are listening to our
It's
podcast.
true. It's true. But there is probably some soccer enthusiasts. That know
Oh
how to say
yeah,
the
for
name.
sure, for sure.
Rookie of Piro Hincapi. Silver rookie for Saudi Arabia of Abdul Rahman Garib. Silver. Got connections of Gavi and Pedri. Anthony Robinson, Min Jae Kim, and Elias Shkri. Right.
Move Griffey out of the way.
Harry Kane. Got a Edison Alvarez Prizm parallel, not numbered. Danielle Malin, Min Kyo Song from Korea Republic, Hannibal Mejbri from Tunisia, and Brendan Aronson. So, Prizm.
Cool. I'm not gonna go over every name because I'm not. One, I don't.
You
wanna-
don't think you can get it?
I don't. Well, and that's not. I don't think I can get. I know I can't.
it's a
So,
fact.
just not even gonna try. But I'll go over some parallels and whatnot. Let's talk about.
You're on whatnot?
I'm gonna just put this helmet on. I'm out of space here. All right. So, Prizm. And color wheel is what you were saying?
Color wheel.
Is that a play on Color Blast?
Yes. No, it's a black background, right? Vertical card. They've had it in something else.
Select.
Select.
It's been in all of the Select products this year.
Christian Eric.
But since they don't make a Select World Cup, makes sense they put it in
Silver
Prizm.
of Nicholas Otamendi. And that is, looks like it's Argentina. Check that out.
They got to be up there in terms of top 5.
They're a
probably
favorite.
ranked.
I think they're right behind the U.S. Jae Sung Lee. That's not the one we're looking for, right? No. It's a rookie, though. It's a little silver action there. Silvers look good. The design is Prizm regular,
Brazil is the favorite.
I'm going chalk.
Got
Brazil,
a
France, Argentina, England, and
red
Spain.
parallel. Edouard Mendy. That's number 2.
What do we think design-wise? Is this close to?
$3.99?
Is this the same design as basketball?
It's very similar to all of the other Prizm products this year. I
green?
noticed
Is
that
this
there's
green?
Yeah, green.
Is that
Prizm.
green?
There's more color on the borders. It's not, and it's
Number
not
to
exactly.
5.
Germany.
Germany, 5 of
Ooh,
5.
that's a big team logo
It'd be
card.
tough to beat that. That's pretty much.
Germany is 6th on the list. They're plus 1,000.
Number to 5 green.
Number to
That's a
5.
big card.
Number to
Big card.
5. Didn't they win a World Cup not too long ago? I think they won the one that it was actually in Germany.
Have to look it up.
I would love
One
a.
thing that I know. It's
gold
the history
vinyl
of
USA
World Cup
logo.
Soccer.
That would be dope.
What's worth more, this one or the Germany?
Probably the
Ruben
Germany.
Diaz. Portugal. It's It's my friend.
It's probably close though.
Yeah, it's probably pretty close.
Ruben Diaz.
An auto is an auto, and it's a pretty good name too.
Yeah.
All right. How many? 2 autos, right?
No one.
No one.
One? Oh, then what are we doing here?
Well, you just hit the green.
You're correct, Dan. Brazil, in the World Cup in Brazil, Germany was the winner in 2014.
I know things.
So only, and then the previous
That was
one
in
was
2014.
2014, 2018,
Carlos
France.
Rodriguez.
Yeah, defending champ.
And now that's why
That
Mbappe
is
starts
a
shot way
blue
up.
Mexico, 199. He might have been out there with the friendly game that you went
Yep,
and saw.
I think he was, yeah.
Probably out there.
Didn't play much because, it was friendly.
Out there. I was going to say running routes, but I don't think they're running routes, just running plays.
Running plays.
Neymar Jr.
Oh, they weren't playing their main
Carlos
guys at
Rodriguez
that game.
rookie.
Right, because they're in the cup. Columbia wasn't in the cup.
Okay.
All right.
So Columbia wanted to
Getting
win.
that emerald. It's pretty good.
All right, let me see. I'm trying to get this 101 over here.
Do they have gold vinyls in this, or are they going with the black? I'm assuming it's going to be the black Prizm, right?
You
They
know
probably
what?
have gold vinyls, but they're probably numbered to 5, right?
I would
Let's
hope
see.
they have gold vinyls.
The not so super fractor.
Yunus Musa, United States. Let's go. Rookie, Noah Okafor, Pedri, Aurelian,
Black
Borna
101.
Sosa,
I don't know if they have.
Albert Sambi. That's a hyper. Andre Frank Zambo. Hyper's not numbered. Alfonso Davies, Arnott.
Man,
Takumi,
I'd buy a box of this for
Al
$350
Sheep.
bucks.
And Jesus
Or
Manuel.
$329.
I'd buy a box of this for $329.
Big soccer. Use the code. It's not going to last. Believe me.
Big soccer.
Big soccer.
Big soccer.
But it only works for
Roman,
World Cup. You can't use it on anything
Ethan
else.
Ampadu.
Only on Prizm World Cup.
Bruno. Mark
We don't talk about
Anthony.
Bruno.
Blue Prism Parallel. That is a rookie for Uruguay. Facundo Police.
I like how you get your accent going on.
To
that one, too.
$2.99.
You got to roll the R's.
And I think
practicing.
this is a. Is this a case hit? No, maybe not. New Era Silver.
No, I don't know. I
It's
know
a
the
rookie, though.
landmarks and the color wheels.
Luka Avonusic.
Why would they change it
Vucic.
from color wheel? Like from color blast
It's
to
not a
color
color
wheel?
blast. It's different. It's a select one, like you said.
Yeah, it's totally different looking from a color blast.
Now I wonder why they
Darwin
didn't do color
Nunez.
blast, unless they're coming out with Spectra World Cup Soccer.
Kevin Lebrun. Anglo rookie.
Well, if they are, it's going to be well
Perisic.
after
Crack
the World Cup.
dice.
Because I haven't seen a
Always
solicitation
nice.
for it.
Yeah.
Edison Cavani, Uruguay.
Ooh, cracked ice? What's that number 2?
Not numbered, but always nice. Oh, wait, what? Okay. I was confused. The back and the front looked the same. I didn't know the
Yeah.
logo cards looked like that.
Yep.
I was like, oh.
You guys might have already mentioned this, but yeah, there are they're not downtowns, but the national landmarks.
Is
Oh, they're,
what's
oh,
the
they're
downtown?
downtowns.
Those are they're downtowns, but they're not called downtowns.
When I pull them, I'm still gonna go.
Well,
from
it's fitting, right?
downtown.
So what do they show? What's the USA? Are they gonna have?
I'm not sure. I'm looking at like an Argentina
Best
one where it's got like
rookie.
mountains and it's got the
The
sun-
Liberty Bell?
I got a silver
Like,
rookie for
maybe-
Canada.
maybe the
Steven
Golden Gate?
a Waffle House,
A Waffle
New
House.
Era. Emil Smith,
casino.
England.
a true American landmark.
All right, nothing too exciting from my box, but
Taco
you guys
Bell.
got a green and a nice auto. All right, not too bad, not too shabby.
Looks like they already had national landmarks in the last.
I was confused. Like I was in a group text, and Doug was part of this as well. We have a buddy who's lived his whole life in San Jose, Santa Clara. Never been to Taco Bravo.
That's a
Like,
national
like,
landmark.
That's a national landmark.
That is a national landmark.
I mean, how could you? How could?
You're not really from the South Bay until you have Taco Bravo nachos
I don't even know
piled
what a
with
Taco
the
Bravo
most
is. What is
cheese
that?
you've ever seen in your life.
I told him to
at
order
3 in
the
morning.
Boneyard, which is.
Don't think I've ever had the Boneyard.
Well, you can't. I mean, you can, but you can't. So it is like 4 or 5 flour tortillas that are together, kind of like the Burritozilla from Iguanas, but it literally is everything that's on the menu. So it's everything that they have at Taco Bravo thrown into a burrito that is 4 times the size of a regular Taco Bravo burrito that is huge. You should order the Boneyard.
So this Taco Bravo that you guys speak of, that's like
You should get it for lunch.
like you gotta eat. Like if you live around here, you know what that is.
Yeah, it's affordable. It's in the budget.
It's cheap.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, for what
And
you
it's also
get.
it was open until 2 or 3 in the morning. So
Actually,
After, yeah.
per pound of food, is there a cheaper place to eat in the South Bay?
Honestly, probably Taco Bell is your only other option.
I don't know, but Taco Bell per pound, like you get like a burrito or the nachos from Taco Bravo per pound for the amount of money that you're spending, might be the best value.
all right, you decided dinner for me tonight. All right, well, guys, get in on that deal. Prizm World Cup is also breaking on Mojobreak.com. We've got by country. We also have random country as well. We have first off the line variety. I'm sure we're going to be doing some more national treasures soccer as the World Cup approaches next week. And it will be pretty exciting to chase these rookies, these rare autographs, landmarks in Prizm, as well as the vaunted color wheel. So check it out on Mojobreak.com. Well, we're running a little close on time, so let's go ahead and get into this week in football, Mojobreak Blitz style. Overrated, underrated. We got some stars to talk about, and I know they won't be on the Raiders or the Rams. So Niners took the week off. So we got healthy. We're ready to go this week against the better LA team, the Chargers. And we're going to go ahead and take them down.
I want to, before we even get into it, Cody, what are you going to do?
It's going to be a tough week.
I mean, it is you're both your favorite teams.
Gonna be a tough week.
Both your favorite teams are going against each other.
Look, this is like I always
He's a winner
say,
no matter what.
I always say, like, hey, look, if it's like the Bay Area, like I'll root for like the Giants and A's. Like, obviously I'm a Giants fan, but yeah, I'll always pull for the A's. But come to the World Series, I'm pulling for the Giants. So this is where it comes
This
down.
time you're like, well, this I'm going for the Chargers.
This time I'm going for no. So, my allegiance is stay home. But, after this, hey, Bolts, no hard feelings. It's going to be a tough week for them, but go Niners. Yeah.
Yeah, and ESPN just came out with a prediction of Bills 49ers in the Super Bowl. So I believe they are correct. Now, hopefully Josh Allen's UCL is correct, but, it didn't get hurt.
happen.
Yeah, it did. It's actually floating around.
That didn't.
I will show you that.
Not
I will show you that.
ESPN.
Yeah, I'll show you that. Actually, I got a text from my Niner fans.
Yep.
Your Niner fans?
ESPN texted us and said, you guys are going to the Super Bowl.
NFL executives predict Bills 49ers matchup. ESPN Plus.
NFL executives, not ESPN, though.
Well, but you think the executives would know what's going on, right?
The
That's their
executives
job.
actually texted me and
That's
told me.
their job.
They don't know anything.
their job.
They're going to the Super Bowl.
You know what? Whatever. Football season. It's basketball season now. So
First, it was 2 weeks ago. It was hockey season.
Hockey
now it's
season,
basketball
pickleball season.
Pickleball season. Big
Pickleball
merger.
season.
Cornhole.
Big pickleball merger.
Hot for us right now, man.
Yeah.
I mean, see, right, it's a perfect time. I know you changed over to your Ram fandom last year around this time. Maybe it's time to just jump on the red and gold.
No.
I picked the Rams to go to the Super Bowl at the beginning of the season.
Dude, this guy got a ring. This guy got a ring.
That's
I mean, how does it? What is it?
right.
I want to ask C-Rad.
Is he an Astro fan too?
What's it like to be a champion?
You an Astro?
What's it
fan?
like to be a champion? You tell these guys what it's like. I don't think they remember.
For football, it feels great, you know?
It's great.
Like, I love,
I
like,
mean, and then after the Rams, your Rams won the
Warriors.
Super Bowl. You went right into that. I mean, you know what?
going back to back.
Me too, and I feel good about it. So, we could have an off year.
Yeah. It's all right.
It's fine. It's fine.
Can't win them all.
No.
You can't win any regular season games against the
Can't.
Niners either. It just
You,
doesn't
you don't
happen.
win championships in the regular season, though.
That's true.
No.
I'll take the 8 wins in the regular
Man,
season.
I mean, what I would love to see, I would love to see the Rams Niners meet again in the postseason, and us just to knock them off again. I mean, it would be so great.
It would be very annoying.
It would be
Yeah,
great. It
You're
would be
right.
great.
It would
well,
be
you
great
got to
for
win
you.
some games first.
It would. Well, I mean, it's a
You're
long
on a
season.
decline. I actually think you guys are going to lose to the Cardinals. That'll be 3 red teams in a row. Can't stop the red.
Red alert.
Yep. Red teams in a row.
I don't know, man.
There's a lot of red teams.
Call of Duty came out 2 weeks ago, and
Yeah,
if
that's
I
true.
recall, Kyler has lost
He doesn't
2
look
weeks
good.
in a row
Yeah.
now.
That means he's due for a win. And Buda Baker had an
I think he's
emotional
just going,
locker room.
I think he's going in more heavy on Call of Duty.
I'm not saying
Call of Duty
anything. I mean,
also.
if there's a team that can lose against the Cardinals, it is the Rams right now.
Also, let's be honest. There's also the new God of War is coming out too. I don't know if he's into God of War, but I mean it's kind of the game of the moment, game of the year. So Kyler might be in on
Kyler's
that
a
as
gamer,
well.
man.
He's a gamer.
Not on the field, but
Can't be-
in his home.
Yeah. Gaming comes first.
Week 9 stars, I noticed my boy Justin Fields is up there and Trevor Lawrence. Is Justin Fields number 2 in that rookie class now?
I think
he number
there's-
1?
As of right now, yeah, he's number 2.
Well, I think we put this up on our social media, and there was a good amount of people saying Fields is number one right now.
I
Bigger
don't know about
market,
that.
right?
I don't know.
Chicago's been yearning.
I won't go that far. I think Trevor Lawrence is still number one, and will end up being.
But what market has more fans?
You're right. And that's always when he got drafted. Always the argument I was making about him in the hobby was the moment he can take off. If he can figure it out. That is a QB-starved market. Chicago, despite the fact that team has only won one Super Bowl in their forever,
85.
That is the Bears when they are on. That is the number one team in that market, and they have never had a good quarterback
over the Cubs.
Yeah,
over
I
the
think
Cubs.
so.
Yeah,
Yes,
100%.
absolutely.
That's a football market.
That is a Bears town. It is the one thing that Bulls and
Cubs,
Bears
go
unify.
Cubs, go.
Blackhawks?
I mean, Blackhawks, but I think the Bears is the thing. Everybody gets behind the Bears. They all
Bulls?
the Bulls too.
The
Sure.
Bears.
But but the Bears are on. It is a Bears town. That is, and Justin Fields has Lawrence too, I guess, but. He could legitimately become the best QB in Bears history, and I know that sounds crazy, but again, look at the QBs in Bears history.
Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler might be the best in Bears history right now. That is a sad
Jim
state of
McMahon.
affairs.
And they've always had to go against Green Bay, which has not been good for that
They don't-
franchise.
No, I think Aaron
and they
Rodgers
had
like
us on the
27 and
downturn.
6 or something
It's
like
not
that.
But even before Aaron Rodgers, they
know,
had to deal with
did
Favre.
Favre. I know.
The timing is good right now because Rodgers and the Packers are going down a little bit. Yes, I know the Vikings are the class of that division. They are going to win that division. I'm not saying the Bears
They're
are
not
going
going to win that division.
They may, but they'll lose the
I think
playoff.
they're-
I'm done with the Packers and Rodgers.
Vikings
Well,
are overrated.
I mean, Kirk Cousins is like amazing.
I
Yeah,
am
he's amazing.
I am a
He is.
different man than I was at the beginning of the year.
Kirk Cousins, he might be
Yeah.
top 5 now.
Vikings
up
are
there.
very, very, very overrated right now.
They've won a lot of close games. That's the thing but that's the thing in the NFL. Last year they I think were up there with like the most single score losses
I think
in the
they've
NFL.
also I think their schedule they're like it's like the 31st hardest schedule so far.
Bears?
Yeah.
The Vikings.
It's an easier schedule.
So let's relax.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Actually,
But the
you
rest
know
of
what?
that division-
You know what? That is opposite. It's the Eagles have had the easy schedule.
Yeah.
The Vikings have actually had a hard schedule.
They've had a hard schedule.
And the rest of the division is not playing up to
It's
what
the
they should.
Eagles, I think, are a little overrated.
Well, real quick, guys, are you guys buying or selling Fields at this point? If you're a card owner of Fields, are you using this moment right now to sell, or are you like, long term, this is the dude?
If I have his cards, I'm holding. Right
Could
now.
I just hold?
Probably
Is that-
selling.
was holding
And
an
I
option?
wouldn't be. I think
I'm
buying
only
at this
saying
point is
selling
too late.
because I just don't know if I trust them to put a better
I mean,
team
he's
around
not really
Fields.
throwing the ball a lot. If you look at his stats, he doesn't throw over 200
Don't
yards.
need to throw anymore.
He's running like, what did he run last week? 170 yards.
Yeah,
It's
he had
insane.
a good week.
I remember that night. I remember that day he threw to Pettis in the rain.
So do
We
I.
don't even talk about that.
So do I. I mean, that really
Who, Catboy?
wasn't that long ago. Wasn't that long ago when it was doom and gloom.
I'll say this: if Fields and Lawrence are about the same price right now, which I don't think that's the
No,
case.
Lawrence is way
still
more
way more.
expensive.
He's still way more, right? It hasn't gotten that crazy.
No.
But let's say this trajectory continues where Fields is going up and it starts to still get a little more even. I'm still buying Lawrence. If they're close to even by the end of the year, I still would buy Lawrence and would be selling.
I think Lawrence
Or-
is the absolute buy.
Yeah, he's
I
the
think-
buy.
I think Lawrence is the guy. I think.
But he plays for the Jaguars.
But
That's
they're
weird.
building something around him.
But look how good they possibly could be next year.
And that was, I mean, I'm sorry, C-Ray, that was a big one.
Calvin Ridley.
That was a big
Calvin
one.
Ridley comes back. Like they're gonna have a number one receiver. Let's say they get like a top 15 pick. It looks like that's almost a certainty, right?
ETN's looked good.
They got ETN. They get a top 15 pick. Maybe they get like some offensive line help. Maybe they get another weapon. They did good drafting defensively.
And they got the right coach there, too.
So they may. I think you buy Lawrence right now for the long term. I think they and that division. Is there any team in that division that you're just like, wow, that's a powerhouse?
Titans are going to be having to figure out the quarterback position.
Titans are the only team that you're just like, they are above average football team.
Yeah. Colts are a mess.
Colts are a mess.
And Texans
are a mess.
Yeah.
So
C-Rab, before we let you go, Tua and Kyler, overrated, underrated?
If you've been a long time listener to this show, You know, I've been on the Tua train since the very beginning.
Tua
Like
train.
when we used to do those like who's the best? Who do you think has the most potential out of Burrow, Herbert, and Tua? I always said Tua number 1, and then Burrow second, and then obviously Herbert.
So you're saying Tua's underrated?
Underrated Tua, yes.
Kyler.
Man, now that we know
Rated properly now?
yeah, I
don't
think he probably rated
know.
properly.
The hobby hates him now. I mean, that doesn't hate him, but like he don't sell.
I think you could have said a month ago overrated. Now I think no, he is properly rated. He's just not there anymore.
I think Kyler needs a change of scenery. I don't think it's ever going to work out in Arizona.
And you saw him jawing with Cliff Kingsbury
His
too.
talent,
a few weeks in a row.
you cannot deny Kyler Murray's talent. Why can't they just figure it out on that team? I don't think he's happy in Arizona. I don't think he's motivated to be in Arizona. I think he needs to go somewhere else.
like LA.
He'd be a great Ram. I'd take him.
I think he's
Trade him for Stafford straight across right now.
I think he's going to be compared to like Aaron Brooks later in his career when it's all said and done. Aaron Brooks, the guy that had a lot of talent, just never panned out. You remember Aaron Brooks?
Aaron Brooks,
the old Raider,
Aaron
the old
Brooks,
Saint.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Aaron Brooks went to a Pro Bowl or two.
He did.
I
So
don't
did Kyler.
I'm looking it up.
Well, I think you could just go on the sidebar there.
No Pro Bowl.
Also,
no Pro Bowl.
Tua, I know I put him in kind of like put him here to call him underrated, but don't really know if that's even the case anymore. I think that people are starting to come around on Tua. I think he still might be slightly underrated.
Yeah,
But
might be
since he's
properly
been-
rated now.
I mean,
I can throw for 300 yards of that offense.
every time he's healthy.
you
He's
got
look great.
Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill just
And
run.
certainly helps.
I was watching a video the other day too about how McDaniels, how he utilizes their speed to like basically like he's like befuddling like NFL defenses by
Well, I mean, he
utilizing
comes
the double speed.
he
of the
comes
ball.
from a great coaching tree.
Have
I mean,
you
the guys know how to
ever
do it.
seen any receiver run around absolutely uncovered more than Tyreek Hill?
No.
Like every game I'm watching, it's like Tyreek Hill is like he's running around. There's not a defender within 20 yards of him. I'm all, what happened? Like, why would you let that guy go?
If you could throw that many touchdowns with that offense, how many can you throw to Cooper
Like the
Kupp?
video
then?
I was watching,
Oh,
they run these few plays.
That's the only. You notice I say Cooper Kupp, not the Rams, because that's all you have.
Cooper
There's
Kupp.
one guy on the team.
Cooper Kupp's still he is
Is he underrated?
He is underrated.
Underrated.
He underrated and the best
And
receiver.
still the best receiver.
And the best receiver in the
And they're
league.
not even doing that well this year.
Week 10 picks. You going with your namesake there?
Yeah. Is my namesake Dak Prescott? If that's if that's what I'm going
Yep.
with. Yeah, they got the. I said at the beginning, I'm burying the Packers, burying them. They've been advertising that Packers and Cowboys game for like 3 weeks on Fox. Why? Why that game? Who cares? Garbage game.
Well,
gonna be a
people-
Cowboys blowout.
It's crazy. It's great. A lot of people like the Packers and a lot of people
Yeah, a lot
like
of
the
people
Cowboys.
like them.
so
I get
that's-
it. I get it. I
No,
get
no,
it.
you're right though.
But it's time to move on. Like they were advertising that. It was like game 1 of the World Series, and it's like this game's in 3 weeks.
I'll watch
I
it.
don't care.
I'll watch it.
I mean, I'll watch it, but
You're gonna make me. Al.
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna watch the game, but yeah, Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. You talk about the Eagles maybe not quite being for real. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. I'm very, very interested to see when they finally do face off again.
I think this is the week. This is the week where Aaron Rodgers turns the season around.
Been waiting for it every week.
But this is the week. Though.
I'm not.
After losing Romeo Dobbs and
I've been feeling that too, and I'm done. Not holding my breath anymore.
Well, actually,
too.
it is. If they lose a couple more games, I think we are witnessing the last games Aaron Rodgers ever plays with
Yep.
the Packers. I think that has to be pretty much a certainty. If they do not make the playoffs or have some type of legitimate run, there is no way that he plays for the Packers next year.
I say all of this after a week after I was ready to bury Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, and they had that game-winning drive because Tom Brady does Tom Brady things. I know. I'm just saying.
looked like
so,
a spring
again,
chicken on that drive.
So
no, he didn't.
I'm willing to say yes. Aaron Rodgers could do this. He still can do this. I still think there is that little glimmer of hope for them, but
And Brady's in Germany.
Not against the Cowboys.
Brady, a single Brady in Germany, huh?
Brady, yeah, that's right.
They are playing in Germany, right? 6:30 game.
I believe so. Seahawks and Buccaneers. in
What better
Germany.
time to be a bachelor than hitting Germany?
Willkommen, baby.
Single Tom Brady could hit any town he wants. Like what
I know.
is it? What's
They're in
What?
Munich, I believe.
yeah? What does it even matter that he's in Germany?
Just it sounded good. It sounded good for the.
I'd just like to say Willkommen. That's really all I want
exactly.
to do.
This is the Das Boot, right?
Yeah.
Das
Right.
Boot.
Oktoberfest is not happening anymore. so.
We can't. Can we bring Gronk out and get a boat and throw the boot around instead of the?
Oh
trophy?
man, Gronk is some lederhosen. Man, they had this game.
They gotta. Gronk has to be traveling to Germany, right? That just sounds like too good of a storyline.
Yeah, Gronk in Germany. No, Marshawn Lynch does the Thursday night stuff, right? That's a shame because Marshawn Lynch just walking around Germany,
That'd be
drinking
hilarious.
beer and eating sausages, wearing lederhosen is.
And it's
sounds
sad
great.
that I'm actually looking at the schedule now, and you got Vikings Bills at 10 a.m. It's not even prime time.
That's ridiculous.
That's the game of the week right there.
Yeah.
No, the game of the week is the Green Bay Packers and Dallas Cowboys.
And, nope, not gonna believe it. They keep
And you know
feeding
what?
it,
Actually, they
shoving it down my throat.
They kind of screwed that one because doesn't that sound like a good Thanksgiving
It's a
Day game?
perfect
Yes.
Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, wait a couple weeks.
Yeah. Why? Who did this scheduling?
Well, the Lions will be playing. We know that.
Then the Cowboys will be playing, right?
True.
The
Cowboys and
Cowboys
Lions.
will be playing, and then one other game.
Maybe
I don't know
the
which
Bears. The Bears like to play on Thanksgiving.
Who's your breakout, Dan? Who would you throw some dollars signs on if you're buying their cards for this week?
Wasn't Joe Mixon on the last? He scored like 18 touchdowns.
He
this
scored like
week?
75
It's
touchdowns.
only downhill
in
from there.
last week.
So.
Yeah, no, that is as good as it's gonna get. You better sell him fast.
The Bengals looked amazing last week, to the point where they pulled Joe Burrow at the end of the third quarter. They were just like, "We don't need you anymore," but they still had Joe Mixon in there. He was like, "I'm gonna score." I scored 13 touchdowns. Let's see if I can get another 10. Who's gonna be my standout this week? Cody's boy Justin Herbert.
All
On
right.
the road.
The one time I wish you wouldn't pick him.
On the road in Mexico, right?
Wish you wouldn't pick him. No, that's
they're
they're
not in Mexico.
No,
No.
they're
When
When
Levi.
you guys playing in
Sunday
Mexico?
night game.
When
prime
you guys
time.
when you guys
Next
playing in
week
Mexico?
against
Next
the
week.
Cardinals.
Yeah, next week.
After the Cardinals come off a win this week, but we
No,
got
well,
the Chargers coming into town. We're fully healthy, pretty much. I think we're getting Elijah Mitchell back. I think we're getting Debo back. There's maybe Kinlaw.
I will say,
Armstead.
I hate to. I don't hope I'm not speaking this into existence. I don't know what the weather is. It's been a rainy week here in the Bay Area. Last time there was a rainy Sunday night game against the team that the Niners probably were like, we got this against the Colts last year, Carson Wentz, and it did not go well. So hope history does not repeat itself. Just so
I
that-
think we might get like 1/10 of an inch of rain.
Yeah,
so.
it's not gonna be.
that's enough. Might as
sure
well be a monsoon.
Might as well.
I cleaned
No
my
difference.
gutters. I'm ready to go.
Oh man, that's a job.
It was $200. No, I didn't do it.
Oh, I thought you were up there.
And I called the guy.
Oh.
I called the guy for a quote today. He showed up at my house and he said I could do it. I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it because I don't want to fall and break my back, especially
Oh,
with
you
the
gotta
new,
get up on
especially with the
the
new
ladder.
mustache. I can't mess up the face.
new
you
Yeah,
know?
the beard. You don't have the beard now to just to soften the fall.
Exactly,
You know? That's why I have it, just in case.
Man,
I'm going with an easy pick here because the Bears are playing the Lions, and I think Fields has another big day. It's in Chicago. The Lions are looking really bad. I think Fields has another great day.
yeah, I really like that. There'll be a lot of eyeballs on this game. I'm really feeling it. That Colts Raiders game.
Yeah.
Is there a
Who wants it?
Is there a more highly anticipated football game than anybody could think of than the Colts
Saturday,
Raiders?
coaching on a Sunday.
Saturday on a Sunday. That is the ultimate, like, somebody blink. Who wants this game? Like,
But-
both those teams are in disarray.
I sadly for C-Rad, I don't know what the records are when teams change coaches, but it always seems like that first game they win.
Yeah.
So
There's
I
that
actually
hype. Yeah,
I
you're
actually
right.
think the Colts win that game.
I think the Raiders win.
I think the Raiders win. I think it's a close game though. I think it does come down to the last possession, but I think the Colts offense last week, they were terrible. It was 9 sacks. I think they only managed They gave up 9 sacks. I think they managed like 120, 150 total yards.
They probably should put Matt Ryan back in there. I don't know.
I don't know if
Sam
Ellinger is the answer.
Yeah, definitely not.
No, I don't think.
Unless they're just trying to tank right now.
Well, unless that was
They're
Frank,
3-5-1.
Unless
that's the thing. I ain't tanking.
unless that was Frank Wright's last ditch effort to save his job, and Jeff Saturday has to make the decision to go back to Matt Ryan if he's healthy.
You would think so.
It's a better choice.
You would think so. Well, that's all we got for today's show, guys. Please check out Mojobreak.com for your breaks. Prizm World Cup. We've got Allen and Ginter next week. We've got Cosmic Topps Chrome Baseball as well next week. And those are up for pre-sale. So the best way to get the cheapest teams is to take advantage of pre-sale pricing. Those are already listed on the website. We also have Series 1 2022-2023 hockey on Friday as well. And there'll be more throughout the week with Emily next week. So get in on your hockey breaks. Mojobreakshop.com, always having deals. We're going to be doing doorbusters early, Black November sales all month long on Whacked. Take advantage of that, and we'll see you guys next week on The Hype.